Hello, Crafty Crandall fam. In this video, I'm going to be going through what I spend in a week as a starving artist. Now let me obviously go through the necessary disclaimer and say I am neither starving nor do I actually make money as an artist, but I am an artist by hobby and by YouTube channel, so I am here to go through my expenses with you. I thought that it would be kind of a fun video to get into more of like a personal finance aspect of being an artist and also just because I love watching these videos. But again, I am in no way starving. I am very fortunate for what I have. I've got a lot of really great privileges, and I don't want to like discount that through the title, but you all know the YouTube algorithm. Clickbait is king, so if you clicked on this video and just want to know what I spend in a week, then let's hop into it. First, let's go through some of my fixed expenses. These are expenses that recur every month, and I am going to break them out by week for you here. So I am dividing each of them by 4 so that you have an idea of what they would be per week, and then you can do the math to figure out what they are per month. My first fixed expense is, of course, my rent for my apartment. I pay $970 for rent in a month, which equates to $242.50 per week to live here. My next fixed expense is my car insurance. So I own my car outright. I have paid for it, but I still have to pay my car insurance every single month, and that equates to $32.50 per week. I also have some subscriptions that cost me money every month. So I subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is $10.99 per month. I subscribe to Netflix, which is I think $9.99 per month. And I subscribe to Apple Music, which is $9.99 per month. And then I also pay for 2 terabytes of cloud storage with Apple, which is $2.99 per month. All in all, this equates to about $8.24 for subscriptions per week. My final fixed expense is my Roth IRA. I pay $500 each month and put it aside into a Roth IRA because the limit for that is $6,000 a year. That divided by 12 months is $500 a month. So every single week that costs me $125 approximately. Now let's talk about Sunday. So on Sunday, I was home, which was unusual for me. I actually came back from a trip that I was on. So I got groceries on Saturday from that trip, which normally my groceries I get on Sunday, and normally they cost around anywhere from $50 to $75 per week. But this week I didn't count that because I bought them on Saturday, and I am starting this video on the week on Sunday. But this Sunday I did spend money on something a little bit unusual for me, and that was going for a walk and getting some coffee. I like to treat myself and get coffee sometimes when I go for a walk. I don't normally just buy coffee, but on the weekends we usually go for walks and I will sometimes buy a coffee. My coffee cost $3.55 and it was very delicious and I think worth doing as a kind of treat for my Sunday. The only other money that I spent on Sunday was on my laundry. I had to go to the laundromat to do my laundry as I don't have in-unit laundry, and that was a total of $3.25. But I found a quarter on the ground on my way, so I actually made 25 cents. And so my total for Sunday was $6.55. On Monday, I spent $0. So that was a successful Monday, $0 spent. I just used all of the groceries that I had for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Monday. On Tuesday, I spent money on 2 things. The first of which is a common recurring theme. I always have to buy gas on Tuesdays as I have to travel a bit on Tuesdays. Also, apologies for the bell sounds. Elsa is playing with a toy. The other thing that I had to spend money on Tuesday, I didn't have to spend money on. This was purely a personal expense for my personal enjoyment, and I pre-ordered the Pawns and Kings album from Alter Bridge. They are releasing their album in October, and so I pre-ordered a signed copy of the album, and I am so excited for that album to come out. I cannot wait. I spend a lot of money on music, as you will see throughout the week, and just in general over time I spend a lot of money on concerts and music because that is one of my primary joys in life. So in total on Tuesday I spent $72.79. On Wednesday, the only money that I actually spent was $4.59 on some ice cream. I went for a walk and I wanted to get some ice cream as it was very hot that day, and then I just kind of enjoyed the scenery with the lake around me. So it was a really enjoyable day, and I felt like at a midpoint in the week, I deserved some ice cream. Thursday was an expensive day, primarily because of this little nugget over here. She is very expensive. Unfortunately, Elsa was having some medical issues on Thursday, and so I needed to bring her to the veterinarian. That was rather expensive. The total cost that I spent on Elsa was $118 for her veterinarian visit, and then I also paid $17 for various cat foods because she wasn't eating, and so I wanted to see if I could coax her to eat something a little bit different than her normal food. Also on Thursday, I had another musical expense. I bought tickets to the Hailstorm concert that's coming up that I am very excited for, and I wanted to get a ticket kind of near the front, so that ticket ended up being a total of $104.45. And then my final expense for Thursday was my dinner. I love this. We've got a really good sub shop here where I live, and so occasionally, usually once every other week, I will treat myself to a sub on Thursdays for dinner, and so the total for that was $12.75. I got the sub and a cinnamon roll, and then I tipped the person there $2 because I like supporting local businesses. All in all, my expenses for Thursday added up to a total of $252.77. On Friday, I did something, again, a little bit unusual, and I stopped for coffee on my way to my dad's house. I had Elsa with me, and honestly, it was just a rough week. Overall, not my best week, so by the time I was leaving work, I just felt like I really wanted something sweet, and so I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got a decaf coffee and a cornbread donut, and it was delicious, but that in total cost me $4.88. And then on Friday, unbeknownst to me, but it's fine, it's a recurring payment, I had to pay for my Easy Pass, which is how I pay the tolls here in New York State for traveling on what we call the Thruway or Interstate 90. So I had that taken out of my account on Friday, so I'm going to count it in this. I didn't know it at the time, but upon looking back at my bank statements, it was taken out on Friday, so it counts for this week, and that was $30. So my total for Friday was $34.88. And finally, on Saturday, I spent money on breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Saturday was a really fun day, so in the morning we were really busy, and so I went out and got myself some breakfast knowing that we wouldn't be eating lunch for a very long time, so I got a coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and that cost me a total of $8.52. I know, it's expensive, but again, it was a local place. I like supporting local businesses, and it was really good, so not too mad about it. Then for lunch, our family went out. We went canoeing, and so, well, I went kayaking. Family went canoeing. But on the way there, we stopped for lunch, and I paid for everyone's lunch because my dad ended up paying for my kayak, so it evened out in the end, and our lunch bill was a total of $33.18 for 3 of us, which I think is pretty darn good for lunch for 3 people. Finally, for dinner, we ended up just getting some really quick fast food because we were exhausted, we didn't want to cook anything, and so my dinner at Taco Bell was $10.73. I ended up getting a quesadilla, a Doritos taco, and a small Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So delicious, terrible for you, absolutely awful. But at that point, it didn't matter. That brings my total for Saturday up to $52.43. In total, including all of my fixed expenses, my complete amount spent for this week was $832.25. I know that sounds like a lot, and there were definitely expenses. Actually, 90%, 80% of these expenses probably were stuff that I didn't really need to spend money on. I did buy enough groceries that I could have had breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day without having to buy anything out. So I didn't need the ice cream, I didn't need the sub. The expenses on Saturday I think are pretty standard. I do tend to spend more money on the weekends, so that's just how I choose to budget and live my life. But definitely during the week there were things I didn't need to buy. And then obviously all of the concert related things or music related things are things that I choose to spend my money on. It's not something that I need to spend on. I could certainly live without concerts or new music, but to be honest, these are things that make me happy, and so I choose to spend the money on them. So I'm not going to fault myself for them. If you want to in the comments, that's fine, that's your opinion. But overall, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments if you'd like to see any other kind of similar topics or similar videos. I don't want to like have too many of them because that again will be bad for the algorithm, but I think every once in a while it is just fun to explore these topics, and personally I love watching these videos, so I am super interested to hear your feedback down below. Anyway guys, like this video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you're interested. I post primarily art related content on this channel, so if you're here for lifestyle content, I do occasionally do art vlogs, which you might find interesting, but otherwise this is typically an art related channel. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!